Listen up, you lot. Summer's here, and it's time to ditch the takeaway menus and fire up those grills. We're talking proper BBQ, the kind that'll have your neighbors drooling over the fence. Today, we're taking the mystery out of grilling. Forget those dry, flavorless disasters you've had before. I'm going to show you how to deliver juicy burgers, smoky chicken and vegetables with perfect char marks every single time. Get ready for the ultimate BBQ masterclass, because we're about to turn up the heat. We're starting with a BBQ staple, the mighty burger. First, forget that supermarket rubbish. For a proper burger, you need a blend of ground chuck and sirloin, about 80-20 ratio. Don't even think about overworking the meat. Gently form it into patties, about an inch thick. Then make a bloody indentation in the center with your thumb. This helps prevent those bulging burgers that cook unevenly. Season generously with salt and pepper, and don't you dare touch that grill until it's screaming hot. We're talking searing hot, people, so the patties get those beautiful grill marks and a nice crust. Chicken on the BBQ can be a disaster if you don't know what you're doing. Dry, flavorless, bloody awful. But fear not, because I'm going to show you how it's done. First, we need to give the chicken some flavor. Marinate it for at least an hour, preferably longer, in a mixture of olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, herbs, whatever you fancy. And for God's sake, don't even think about putting that chicken straight onto a raging inferno. Medium heat is key here, otherwise you'll end up with burnt skin and raw insides. Nobody wants food poisoning, do they? Cook the chicken slowly, turning occasionally, and make sure you're using a meat thermometer. We're looking for an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, some of you might think vegetables are boring, but grilled properly, they can be bloody delicious. First things first, cut your vegetables into uniform pieces so they cook evenly. Don't be shy, use a variety: peppers, onions, zucchini, mushrooms, whatever you fancy. Toss them in a little olive oil, salt, pepper, maybe some herbs if you're feeling adventurous. Now, here's a tip. Use a grill basket for the smaller vegetables so they don't disappear between the grates. Nobody wants to be fishing out charred bits of onion, do they? Grill the vegetables over medium heat, turning occasionally until they're tender and nicely charred. Chapter 4. Corn on the cob is a summer BBQ essential, but so many people get it wrong. Dry, burnt, flavorless, it's a bloody tragedy. Here's the secret. Soak the corn in water with the husks on for at least 30 minutes before grilling. This helps to steam the corn from the inside out, keeping it juicy and plump. Grill the corn with the husks on for about 15 to 20 minutes, turning occasionally until the husks are charred and the corn is tender. Once it's done, let it cool slightly, then peel back the husks and slather it with butter, salt and pepper. Simple but bloody delicious. Grilled shrimp skewers. Shrimp skewers are quick, easy, and always a crowd pleaser. But there's a knack to getting them just right. First, soak your wooden skewers in water for about 30 minutes. This will prevent them from burning on the grill. Next, thread your shrimp onto the skewers, making sure they're not overcrowded. Now, shrimp cook incredibly quickly, so don't even think about leaving them unattended. Grill them over medium-high heat for about 2 to 3 minutes per side until they turn pink and opaque. Overcooked shrimp is rubbery and disgusting, so keep a close eye on them. Chapter 6. Listen up. You want perfectly cooked food? Then you need to preheat your bloody grill. Don't be a lazy sod and just chuck your food on a cold grill. That's a one-way ticket to uneven cooking and food sticking like glue. Preheat your grill for at least 15 minutes with the lid down to ensure it's nice and hot all over. This will give you those beautiful sear marks and prevent your food from sticking like it's glued on. Remember, a hot grill is a happy grill, and a happy grill means happy guests. Now, nobody wants to eat last week's dinner, do they? Cleaning your grill grates is non-negotiable, people. Before you even think about putting food on that grill, give it a good scrub with a grill brush to remove any burnt bits and residue. Once it's clean, lightly oil the grates with a high-heat oil like canola or grapeseed. This will prevent your food from sticking and make your life a whole lot easier. Remember, a clean grill is a happy grill, and a happy grill means happy guests. You call yourself a grill master? Then prove it by using a bloody meat thermometer. Don't be a cowboy and guess the doneness of your meat. That's how you end up serving raw chicken and giving your guests food poisoning. A meat thermometer is your best friend when it comes to grilling. It takes all the guesswork out of it and ensures your meat is cooked to perfection every single time. Remember, different meats have different safe internal temperatures, so make sure you know what you're doing. Listen up, you want to take your grilling to the next level? Then create bloody heat zones. This is a game changer, people. Instead of having the entire grill at the same temperature, create a hot zone for searing and a cooler zone for finishing cooking. This gives you much more control over the cooking process and prevents your food from burning. For example, you can sear your steaks over high heat to get those beautiful grill marks, then move them to the cooler zone to finish cooking to your liking. Right, you've cooked your meat to perfection. Now, for God's sake, don't you dare cut into it straight away. Let it rest for at least 5 to 10 minutes before slicing and serving. This allows the juices to redistribute throughout the meat, resulting in a much more tender and flavorful result. Cover the meat loosely with foil to keep it warm while it rests. Trust me, those few minutes of patience will make all the difference. Well, there you have it, you lot. My top tips for creating the ultimate summer BBQ. Remember, grilling is all about having fun and enjoying the great outdoors with friends and family. So fire up those grills, grab a cold drink and get cooking. And don't forget to share your culinary masterpieces with me. I want to see those perfectly grilled burgers and juicy chicken. Now get out of my kitchen and start grilling.